Do 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 do.
Oh, hello.
There we go. Okay.
You right, governor?
No, I'm getting sick and it sucks.
Oh.
Two of
See,
my
how are you getting
pretty much
sick
all three of my
when
kids are sick, and Lena's getting sick, and now I'm getting sick. So
I went to a whole different country and I didn't get sick?
I know, kids, man, kids.
I know, right? I mean, this time I actually didn't get any conflu.
It's just still cooking in you, buddy. Don't worry.
Well, this time I got a train instead of a plane, so it might be a little bit better.
Could be. Kid germs are small or strong? Yes, they are. They're strong. Kid germs are strong. Super strong. Hey, bud. Good morning. Meow. Little howl from Dimitri. All right. Let's keep on keeping on.
Yeah, buddy.
Am I muted? Yes.
Yeah, I can't hear Cohh at all. Neither can you.
I think we just beat boss.
That's the door we came in.
Oh, it's the door we came in.
So we're going this way.
Cool.
Over there.
Yeah, you are correct.
We did have a pretty nice streak. We did. Yeah, I was not sick for a good period of time. Had like 4 or 5 months, I think. It was pretty good. Oh, hey, bud.
Cool.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I don't really look very friendly in this armor, do I?
Yes, you are kin to the sparrow. Follow her. Find her. Only she can stop the creeping death.
Who is she?
A child from beyond our forest. She is one of you, one of us, and yet unlike either. For she is one with the mountains and wields the Sentinel's strength. The sparrow does not belong here. She must return to her home. Only there can she do what must be done. If she remains, if none can help her, the creeping death will consume us, as it has consumed so much else, and all will return to dust.
I'll find her.
Indeed. Take this path to its highest point. There lies the Sentinel. There hides the Sparrow. Guide her, Sparrowkin. She knows it not, but she needs you as much as you need her.
Appreciate it, M-Suck.
Very well.
Who are you?
We are Vargil, stewards of the Sentinel, friend to the Sparrow.
Are there more of you?
We are here. We are always together in mind, though rarely in body. We walk the frozen land. Once, we were many, but we do not spread like the Uriki. And we are hunted every few seasons. The Uriki are small, but their numbers are endless. We feel every death as if it were our own.
Damn. What is the Sentinel?
The Sentinel is the beginning and a bastion against the end. It is our forest's heart and protector. Long ago, the Sentinel gave its heart to the Sparrow. We so, the creeping death grows ever nearer.
Creeping death is the root?
Twisted, gnarled, an oak corrupted by time and indifference. Yes, root is a good word.
How did the sparrow get here?
Let me remember. Let me recall. Ah, yes. Only the Sentinel knows. And perhaps not even that. She and her companion came to our forest against their will. The Uriki haunted them, as they do all who wander the forest. She found the Sentinel. He did not. And since that day, the Sentinel and Sparrow have been one.
Who was the sparrow's companion?
We do not know. The Uriki left nothing of him behind.
Oh my.
This path will take you to the Sentinel. Seek the highest point. The Sparrow hides there. You are her kin. You will guide her to face the creeping death. Or the Sentinel will fall.
Okay. Find the mysterious woman.
Sounds like a trap.
It does. It does. Womp womp. Doop doop. Doop 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 doop. Hey, Robins. Hey, Yoku. Oh, it is Zerlus. You're right. Hold on. Actually, just copy and paste that message. Nice. Boop. Awesome. Thanks, Zerlus.
They see us!
Deepfrost Expanse. I can't climb up here?
No, you have to go around the other way.
Rude.
Yeah, you are. Ayo.
Okay, this is it.
Oh, there's a wall there.
We love walls.
Still on galvanized. Looks like we're not getting hardened, which is a bummer. Is that Barry with Cohh? It is. That is Barry Carland. Mm-hmm. All right, clear on this end. I cut my hair. I did
right.
cut my hair this morning. Got a little bit of a buzz. Little bit of a buzz. Mm-hmm. Cleaned up a bit. Boop.
I'm just clearing a little village that was in the south.
Sounds good.
It's mostly done. I just need to grab all the loot and then I'll catch up.
I got a pristine essence. What is that for?
Ooh. I don't know. I was going to say, is that the thing that cures frozenness?
Oh, all elemental damage effects and resists and reduces status buildup
Oh.
by 50%. That's pretty cool. Kind of a general thing. There's a gate here, but I think it's from in... Yep, it's a shortcut for later. Oh, Marvex. That's a really good point. I hadn't considered that. You haven't been upgrading your melee weapon, have you?
I have a little bit. Why?
I haven't upgraded it at all, and somebody just suggested that may be why I'm not getting hardened iron. Because my gear score combined is so low.
That might do it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point. Next checkpoint, I'll go back and give it some points.
He's down.
Good call.
Thanks.
Hey, Lithor, good morning. Oh. I found me a book.
A bit.
I don't know how to read, but it looks good on the shelf. All right.
My area's clear. I'm catching up to you.
Alrighty. I'm just kind of... Uh-oh.
Where'd he come from?
I'm making my
I
way
get
through
the
the northeast here, I think. Another much-needed Luminite crystal. Need a bunch of those for upgrades.
You went northeast, right?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. The northwest, I think, is
yeah.
the shortcut.
I've just got to the shortcut door.
Cool. Kind of looping around here a little bit. Do I plan on playing a melee build this time around? No. I may look at melee and Remnant too, but I don't know, to be honest. The game is very weighted towards range. It doesn't give you a lot of tricks to close the gap and things of that nature. There is one sword that kind of has like a melee projectile, but that, you know, kind of validates the whole thing, really.
I mean, if you're playing co-op as well, then you can have people doing range, people doing melee, so then you have balance.
You could,
But,
unless you play like we do.
The butterfly, the butterfly boss on the bridge, you just can't do that in melee anyway.
Good point.
Because there's no way to get to it.
There's literally no way to do that boss with melee. Which is also a thing. A thingaroony. 2 seems to be designed with melee being fully viable. Cool. Maybe we'll do a melee run in 2. That could be fun. I'm sure we'll do a couple builds, most likely, over time. Especially now, since in Remnant 2, like, in this game, you pick a starting class, but it doesn't really matter too much, as it's just, like, some basic starting equipment and perks. But it looks like in 2, you actually pick classes. And I think that's a great call, because that means that you need to start a new game if you want to explore, like, everything there is in the game. And I think that really leads the player more to experience, like, the randomization aspects and stuff. So, yeah, man, I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to work out. It'd be very cool.
I have arrived, comrade.
Jeez. You can multi-class in Remnant 2? Wait, seriously? That's a thing? Let's go back. You can. Interesting. You can have a primary and secondary class in 2. It was in the trailer. Again, I'm on a total blackout for the game. So I'm not watching trailers or keeping up with it. I want to learn all that stuff on stream. Going in blind. Too much whiskey, total blackout? Accurate.
Good to... Certainly.
All right, so maybe I should, you know what? Maybe I'll make a different melee weapon. Let's see, I think there's like some cool
Good to see you again.
blade thing over here we can get, right?
Fine, let's have a look.
Look at this blade thing. Let's do that.
We're done
Chain
here.
blade.
That needs harden. That needs.
Ugh. I'm not in the mood for chat.
Kind of fun. Take your time.
Yeah, I'll take as long as I want, mate. Jeez.
Sin Furry, it's true.
Be safe out
Hey,
there.
Kiato, good morning.
Good. Let's see what I've...
Upgrade weapons.
Put that in for net.
Yep. Oh, it takes a Luminite crystal.
Quit.
Dang it.
So long.
Okay.
Quick modifier.
I'm not in
Let's
the
see if we can
mood
get
for
any more from
chat.
the vendor.
Always a.
The announcement of Sega of America now unionized. Do you think and hope other game companies will follow suit? You know, I mean, we'll see. It
How's
all
it
depends.
going?
It depends on the company. It depends on the union. It's unfortunately, from what I have seen, it is not always hugely beneficial.
Later.
So, I mean, I feel like they generally can be, but you know, it's definitely a case by case basis.
The port. This. Take care.
So no, I don't necessarily think there's a giant blanket statement that would answer that.
The blanket statement is maybe.
An American being suspicious toward unions, calling me surprised. Hey, look, here it's. Let me just put it this way: the idea of unions
Later.
is kind of like the idea of utopia, where it's like on paper they make a lot of sense and it's awesome and that's, you know, that's great, but in practice, in actual implementation, it doesn't always end up exactly how you think. The premise is great and I stand behind the premise, but unfortunately sometimes humanity gets in the way. So it's again, I think they're generally good, especially when they're run well and they're fair between both parties, but that's not always the case. That's why I say great sometimes. It's not great in others.
Wait, was that you? Was that you? Did you just set fire to me?
But like I said, generally more than not, I think they're a good thing. So, you know, I don't think they're always needed, but sometimes they very much are. Generally, the bigger the company, the more they're needed. Remember, chat, Cohh is in America. Well, no, let me give you an example. Larian Studios. Company bleeds passion. Everyone really cares about what they do there. They're all in it together. Does Larian need a union? Probably not. If it did, then there'd be a whole lot of unnecessary bureaucracy, a whole lot of resources going to things that it doesn't need to, and a whole lot of just wasted things in general. It'd just be waste. Because again, they don't need it.
To put
So,
it another way,
like,
you need a union.
Unions
if
are not
you're
like that. Well, I mean, I
talking to
guess
your
okay.
staff
It
in the
depends. It
first
depends on
place.
how you're telescoping it depends on how you're telescope. Now, if you're talking about the industry in general, you know, why am I even talking about this? I don't. You know what? Let's save this conversation for another time. Larian could have unionized people. That's true. And if we are talking about the industry as a whole, that's different. But again, there's a lot of different factors. Yes. We'll talk about it another time. This is one of those conversations where I think lots of people have lots of opinions, and as I'm already seeing in chat, and Twitch chat may not be the best place for that. So moving forward, no politics, no religion, and no union. There we go. Really, when it comes down to it, I'm just, you know, really worried my mods are going to unionize, so I need to convince everyone that that's. I'm very concerned about a chat union, so I need to union bust as much as possible.
Watch my back!
And if you're on YouTube or in chat and you're like, I need to post my opinion on this, just shut up. I don't care. I'm just gonna leave. So don't waste your time and don't waste mine. Okay.
Oh, he got me.
Oh.
Reloading!
Good God, dude, this guy's hits are like, what is
He's
with
nasty.
their timing?
Watch out.
So did you really just do that?
Do what?
This would be a good time to dodge. Oh, I'm out of ammo. There's 2 hits there. I thought that was a single hit. Hello combo. The timing on him is super weird.
He was very quick to change targets when you because I hit him and he immediately turned to me, and then you hit him and he turned back.
Yeah, I don't know how the aggro works exactly.
He was being very aggro switchy, which is interesting.
Do we have grenades? No, there's no grenades in this game. Yeah. Why did they bring Skaven into Remnant? That's not the first time we've heard that. Yeah. Skeletal Jester, thank you for the 55, dude. I appreciate it. Am I fat rolling? I am. This is heavy armor. Yep.
Running low.
You seem like a really intelligent dude. The one thing I can't get past about you is when you have a personal call, you cover your mouth on stream instead of just stepping away from the camera view. Why is this? Considering you know the best option is just best to leave chat's view if you're concerned about privacy. That's fair. The reason that I generally just cover my mouth is because I don't want to move and I'm generally lazy. And there are people in chat that can lip read. I also sometimes actually continue playing while I cover my mouth if I can one-hand the game. But the short answer is I would just rather sit here and cover my mouth than go through all the hassle of getting up and walking away, especially if I don't know how long the phone call is going to be. I work in a studio where I can move pretty far this way. Like the camera kind of goes back. So for me to get up and go out of the stream would be like, you know, walking around the corner of my desk, which a lot of times just feels unnecessary. So that's why I just cover my mouth and stay where I am. Yeah.
Health on me.
I'd say the main impetus is general laziness. I just don't want to move and I'd rather just chill here. Not really a great reason, to be honest, but there you go.
Fire incoming.
We were so close, Jack. We were so close.
How's you bastard?
Just turn off the camera? No. I used to do that. But then if the phone call lasts a little bit, then you and chat have to deal with new viewers coming in going, where's Cohh? Where's Cohh? Where'd Cohh go? Where's Cohh? And it's like, but if I stay on the screen and cover my mouth, you know exactly what I'm doing. And it's like,
We got a big
that
one
way we
coming
all.
our way. Cover me.
Hey, Cohh, how about you use that standing desk?
See? I'm talking about right there. Hey, Cohh.
I got clinked by the other ads because they came in from behind.
Wait, you're dead? You weren't even fighting the big guy, Barry!
I was at range, but then there were rats coming in from behind.
You're supposed to be my carry, dude.
Yeah.
Killing me.
Sorry,
Smalls.
this is the warm-up round.
Okay.
Look out! Fire incoming. Back.
Remember, Barry, it is my job to mildly entertain chat. It is your job to keep us alive. I'm failing at mine, but you're not allowed to fail at yours.
You're supposed to be entertaining, and I'm supposed to be playing the game.
Correct.
Watch out! Fire.
So, man up, big guy.
Get it.
It's those rats. They come from
They
everywhere.
really do. You're not wrong. I think they have spawners in the wall. Remember how those
Yeah.
indoor level, they just like crawl out of the walls? I think that happens here too. There's not really a good indicator when they spawn behind you either. You just kind of have to keep your head on a swivel, which is a little annoying.
It's when I can pop off my ability, we can see their spawns. It's just
Really?
fun to wait for my thing to be ready to
Yeah,
pop
the downtime on that ability is not really.
Top off.
If anything, I think you can keep it up like half the time, if even. Oh, yeah, there you go. He just crawled over the side right in front of me.
Reloading.
off. Yeah, you can see him in the roof now.
Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Cool.
I mean, I'm not saying that we also don't get extra spawns, but you know.
Oh, that was you. Shooting me in the back of the
Yeah.
head.
You walked into my fire line.
So we're both failing at our job, pretty much. You're just watching a cacophony of failure this morning.
Watch my back. Incoming.
the flying enemies also summon the little rats?
That might do
Really?
it as well.
I didn't know that.
So we have to take those out first.
The more you know. Doesn't Barry usually play the game while you pretend? And you pretend to play while trying to entertain? Yes. The addendum to that is at least he gets something done. I just kind of follow him most of the time and like a small child as he leads me through these levels.
Trait points.
Do you think the MS Blizzard dealing, do you think that MS will want to revive older IPs? I have no idea about that. I think it's kind of early for that, considering another hurdle was cleared, but it is by no means.
Cover me!
I'm really torn on the whole companies buying other companies thing. I know like it's generally bad, but then I think about that interview we had with Brian Fargo, and that part was wildly positive. So
You got a rat coming in.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's a little conflicted.
Top off! Big guy, incoming!
Oh god. Wow. I dodged, but I dodged into an enemy I didn't know was there, so it stopped my dodge, and then he just destroyed my face. Yeah. If Microsoft doesn't fire a lot of top people at Blizzard, games are going to stay the same, sadly. Yeah, and see, another big problem to consider with that, Barry, another big problem to consider with that is one of the reasons Microsoft is interested in Blizzard is because of how much success it has currently. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're going to change a lot of stuff.
We got company!
Will the real CohhCarnage please stand up?
Heads up!
So we'll see. Man.
Watch out! Fire!
The same unfortunate reasoning with Bethesda. But I mean, I guess Starfield is going to be our first kind of test of that, which is going to be interesting. This just in, big companies only care about money more at 5? I know, right? I know. I'm so surprised by this outcome.
Above you!
That was completely expected. Redfall was the first test for Bethesda?
Watch out! Flyers!
Yes.
Redfall was Arcane, though.
Well, but I mean, Arcane is a Bethesda company.
Cover me!
So, I mean, he's not wrong by that. What I will say is, Redfall was in development well before that purchase, but at the same time, Microsoft did okay getting that game out in the state it was in. So, I think I would overall agree with that, to be honest. That was kind of the first big thing. Which sucks.
You need to stand up, by the way.
No, oh, do I really? Oh, I do.
Do.
Wasn't it made to be a social game and then they dropped all social systems? It it was made essentially to be like a quasi live service project, but they've essentially given up on that, understandably. I think they've realized that they're not going to make any money putting it into that game anymore, so. I don't even know, have they even announced anything pertaining to Redfall since it came out?
And stay down!
I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a wizard thing.
Yeah, not a thing. I don't even think they've announced like a major patch. Oh, chat is saying there has been 2 patches. Have they been any good?
He's down!
Cool, this guy's dead.
Thanks, Fool.
No, they
It's
haven't?
on.
Okay.
Might not be over.
Have I played Halls of Torment? I have, and it's great. I'll probably play it again at some point.